Yo, what's up, YouTube? I got this cat's butt in my face, but hopefully she'll turn around in a second. So today I have a query for the audience about, not about her, but isn't she pretty? Yeah, making a proper video is hard. I have mad respect for filmmakers. Why do we make things complicated? Anyway, my question is, what got you into chess, for my chess playing viewers? And what keeps you playing? So for me, I learned as a kid, just like I learned how to play Sorry and Monopoly and Risk and all sorts of games. But you know, and I wish I'd got into it at a younger age, but you can't change the past. But what really got me into it was in college. A buddy of mine across the hall. Well, he wasn't my buddy yet. It was like the second or third day of school, and we were hanging out. I think we were playing Risk, and he's like, "You play chess?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure." So he's like, I'll give you a rook off." And I knew enough to know that's like a big handicap. It's like fighting someone with one hand behind your back. So obviously I took him up on it, and then he beat me. And then I was kind of flabbergasted, and then he beat me again. And he beat me probably 10, 15 times with rook odds before I even beat him once. And this guy, probably about 1,400 strength. So I was like pretty pissed off. So I started playing for ego reasons, and another reason was for the community, because, you know, there's like stereotypes in chess culture, but I joined the school chess club, and all the guys were super cool. They were like not nerdy. I mean, I was nerdy. Oh, I don't really like that stereotype, actually. I don't know if I'm like smart or focused enough regarding academics to be considered nerdy. Anyway, those guys were cool. So it was ego and it was community. And I think those are the reasons why I still play. And there's other reasons. I was like trying to meditate. And of course, when I'm trying to meditate, I always have interesting thoughts, and I try to push them aside. But yeah, there's like ego, community, beauty. Obviously, I mean, that's a big reason why anyone does anything. Like beauty, aesthetic, satisfaction, like intellectual stimulation, escape. I think maybe escape is a huge motivating factor, like Fisher, and it's like anyone great, they kind of have to be running from something, like not great, but like world class. You kind of have to, I think running away from something can really push you towards something. And yeah, and I appreciate the beauty of chess, but I don't think I appreciate it enough, and that may be one of the reasons why it's hard for me to force myself to study. And then there's just habit, like your habit energy. And I think that might be like one of the most underrated things about why some people are in shape, some people are flexible, some people read a lot of books. It's not because they're better than a person who doesn't, or even more psychologically together. They're just in the habit, and once you get in a good or bad habit, it's just easier to keep going than to not keep going. Like paths down a ski slope, you just naturally go on those ruts. Anyway, so I'm curious why you started playing, why you continue to play, what are your psychological motivations for playing, and what do you think would be the ideal psychological motivations for improvement to like play the kind of chess you want to play, like whatever that means to you, whether it means play longer games or analyze all your games or study more, or play, in a more disciplined manner. Like, I'm very undisciplined. And I notice my motivation sometimes, it's like way too high on the ego spectrum. Like, I'll feel bad about myself, and then I'll be like, well, at least I can do this. And then I'll like play a bunch of 3-minute games and like lose them all, and my rating will go down, and then I'll like feel worse. But when I just want to play just to play, I generally perform better. But there's still the limit. I feel like mood can give you like 200-300 points, or take away 200-300 points. Let's say 200, like up or down, so there's like a 400 point range. That's my experience. Like, I've been in just a terrible, angry, tired mood and just lose to people like way lower rated, and when I'm really, really on point. Anyway, that happens to everybody. So this is why I need a video editor, because my thoughts are good. This is probably why I have trouble with Blitz too, because my focus is wavering, and that wavering focus like burns out precious seconds. So I'm working on that. If you have any suggestions for focus in general, I'd be greatly appreciative of that, because I think that is one of my biggest weaknesses. I'm a very distractible person. I think it would do me really good to be much more focused and able to commit to a thought, less hesitant. I mean, you need to be hesitant at some moments, but the human mind, it's a very amazing, beautiful, highly frustrating, enraging thing when it's your own brain. Oh, and other people are enraging too. Especially when their brains decide to wage war with yours. So, let me know why you play. Let me know why you continue to play, why you started, why you continue, and what do you think the ideal motivation for chess, or even for any non-chess players who've made it this far in this video. What do you think your ideal motivation for any intellectual or physical or emotional pursuit would be? And I like animals. They just are like pure instincts. But of course, these domestic animals don't have any responsibility, so they can just be. And I wouldn't want to give up my human capacity to leave the house and choose my own food and choose my own adventure for a life of safety, but they're good to have. Anyways, thanks for commenting and watching. I care more about your comments than liking or thumbs upping or subscribing. Really, I'm curious. We can all learn from each other. Bye.